Hi everybody, this is Kyle in Fort Collins, and in this short video tutorial you're going to learn how to resize and edit a picture before uploading that picture to various sites or blogs. You know, nowadays digital cameras are so incredible that they can take amazing photographs. The problem sometimes is that those pictures have huge file sizes and can take forever to upload, or they won't fit properly into a certain type of website or mobile app. Now the solution is to resize and edit the picture before you upload it to your site. Now there are a couple steps I'd recommend that you take before you get started, just kind of to keep everything organized. And the first one is to get your folders set up. I've got mine under here, under pictures, and I've got this unmodified pictures folder, which is great for saving pictures and just dumping everything in there. And then once you open your editing software, you pull them from this folder right here, and once you edit them, take out any red eyes, frame, resize, whatever, you put them into what I call the modified pictures folder. And then that folder has specific file names, dates, things like that, so they're very, very easy to reference. So under our IrfanView image editor, and I use IrfanView just because it's very, very simple. It's a free download, doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, so there's not a lot of things to get very confused about, and it's just really easy to use, so I just really like it. So the first thing you want to do is, obviously put the file in that you're going to be working with. So let's go under File and open a file, and let's pick this guy right here. He looks like he's about to have some fun. Now there's this website down here where we stole the picture from, so we'll just go ahead and crop that out. And to crop a picture, just click and drag, make yourself a box, and under Edit, you say Crop Selection. Bam! If the picture is a little small, you can use your plus and minus keys up here to make it bigger or smaller. If you need to rotate the picture, you can go under Image and you rotate it left, or you can rotate it right, things like that. And here's one of the fun things I like to do is I like to add frames before I upload my pictures. It just makes them pop, especially if you're using sites like Send Out Cards, something like that. I like to put frames in before because they really makes them easy to move around, and the frame moves with the picture and everything. Or if you're doing ads, it's a known fact that yellow and red borders around an ad picture will actually make it stand out a lot better, and people will click on it more. So we'll go add a border or a frame, and you can see you can choose all kinds of stuff, warm and cold, and all kinds of different frames. If you don't like the size, change the size. 20 is pretty big. 8, nice skinny little border. If you don't want the color, you choose a different color. We'll start it here and let it morph into something else, or whatever you want to do. We will make it yellow into red if you want. It doesn't really matter what you do, but you can change all kinds of fun stuff. And there's your border. If you don't like what you just did, hit the undo button and it goes away. Okay, I'm gonna put that back on there because I like that border. Okay, anyway, now if you want to resize the picture, and that's really kind of the important part and why we're here, under Image, go under Resize and Resample. Now you're going to see the original size, or the current size of the picture right here. If you want to set a new size, you can manually type that in if you know exactly what you want it to be. For instance, the profile pictures on Facebook, the square ones up at the top left, those should be uploaded at 180 by 180. And then Facebook will actually compress them down to 160 by 160. If you want to make a specific cover photo, I think it's called, those are the big rectangular ones up on top of your Facebook page, that actually should be 851 by 315. And then they will upload perfectly. And knowing that, you can actually mess around with them and make them look really cool. If you're just making the picture that you're working on a new size, I recommend that you click Preserve Aspect Ratio. That way if you put in a new width, the height will automatically change and keep your picture the same shape that it was. Here's some standard dimensions on this size, and you can just click on them and that'll make that picture that way. This one, 800 by 600, is a great one for Craigslist. It uploads quick and easy because Craigslist will not upload files that are too large. And when people click on the preview, it brings up a really nice sized picture of whatever item that you're selling or looking for, or whatever reason the picture's on there. You can easily make the picture half size. You'll see the new size right here is now 174, or you can double it. I can double it again if I want to make it bigger. That will be the new size of the picture. Okay, that's how you resize a picture before uploading. If you're doing stuff for sites like send out cards, I recommend it the maximum, this one right here, 1024 by 768. I've had the best luck in the quickest uploads though with 800 by 600. If you get it too small, it can come out grainy, things like that. So this is a great one right here for send out cards. Okay, now let's say you have the horrible thing in your pictures that everybody gets every now and then, especially with indoor digital pictures, and that is red eyes. So let me get to a horrible red eye picture I know I have in here. There it is. Whew, boy, look at that. All four of us have got it. This is my wife and I and a couple business owners out of Loveland at an awards banquet here, and I was getting a little award that night. But if you want to fix the red eyes, zoom in. Sometimes you have to mess with the picture itself here. Zoom in to make it big and stand out. Okay, then take your mouse and click and drag a little box right over the red eye. Go under Image and go down here to red eye reduction. Bam. What that does is it puts a little tiny gray box over the red. It looks a little funny when you actually are doing it in big size like this, and these red eyes are so severe they're still going to show up a little shiny, but this you get the gist of what I'm doing here. Alright, so when you're done messing around with the picture itself, now granted these red eyes didn't come out the greatest, they're so bright, the picture was just so awful, but that's how you would do it. Once you're done editing your picture, you've resized it, you've framed it, you've put effects in it. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. You can flip it, you can do all kinds of stuff with colors, grayscale, negatives. You can sharpen or put all kinds of effects in here, raindrops. I mean, there's just so much stuff that you can do. But again, I don't get into a lot of that. So when you're done with your picture, though, go ahead and save as. Okay? And then go ahead and find your pictures, again, where you're saving everything. Here's my modified pictures. Okay? And up here, you'll also notice something. You can save quality, a lower quality or a good quality. Now, the higher you make the quality, excuse me, the more pixels the picture is going to have. So actually, the larger file size is going to have. So if you're saving a medium-sized file at 100% quality, it's still going to be a pretty big file. Sometimes just taking it off a few points, maybe 95 quality, 95%, makes a huge difference if you're having a problem uploading it. If you're not having a problem uploading it, don't worry about it. But then once you make a file name, like here's our friends Eric and Sarah, so I made sure to put Eric and Sarah R. Put good names to them or dates or wherever, again, so they're easy to find, and then you just hit save. And that's it, folks. That's how you use View to resize your pictures before uploading them to any certain website. Once you do it once or twice, it becomes very easy. And again, I do highly recommend that you set up those specific folders to dump all your pictures into, and then take them out of that folder, mess with them, make them pretty, and then save them to specific folders on your computer so they're much, much easier to find. Okay, here's another great way to use the View downloadable software. It's if you want to take some screen captures. Let's say you're, I don't know, in the middle of a webinar, or you see something great online that's not a downloadable picture, or you want to capture a screenshot to use in another video or another kind of presentation, something like that. For instance, this is a YouTube page where I want to actually use this area in here to add a picture at the end of all of my videos to encourage people to visit my blog. So what I want to do is just hit the print screen button. It's on most keyboards. You just hit print screen. Now, let me get my cursor out of the way and do that again. Print screen. And then open up your InView software and just Control V or paste somehow. You can also do it under file, or where's the paste? Oh, you can paste here. Doesn't matter where you do it. Then go in and just crop out what you want. Make that a little bigger there. Put a little box in. The edges are fine. Looks like I'm going to take my edge out here just a little bit. Bam. And go under Edit and hit Crop Selection. And there you go. You've got yourself the perfect screenshot. As you save it, it's going to save it as a JPEG. So it's going to save it in any file that you want. You can rename it down here if you want to. You can change the format if you want to do a bitmap or PNG file, depending on what you need to use the file for. You can change that as well, but I always just save them as JPEGs. And that's it, folks. That's the way to do a screenshot and a screen capture, so you can use them in other presentations. Please visit our blog at kylevillers.com or amsfortcollins.com for helpful tips and tricks that will not only make your life easier, but will save you money in the long run. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. This is Kyle in Fort Collins. We'll see you soon.